Okay, I think we're good. Hello, how are you? My name is Matthew. You are in the moment. It's been a while. 2 weeks. I think the 10th was the last time I was on camera. A few things have happened since then, but I'm just going to jump in here real quick, and I would really love the back and forth. I know it's late. It's after 11 o'clock. Getting home from work on a Tuesday night. Did a walkabout today. Which sounds weird because I haven't really been doing a lot of walking lately. Using the e-bikes, both of those have flat tires, two flat tires on two separate e-bikes on the same day. So, gave me an opportunity to do a walkabout. So, I've been wanting to get in front of the camera. There's never anything stopping me from doing so except myself. So, like I said, it's been a couple of weeks. Lots of things have happened, but I wasn't going to go to bed tonight without doing a show. And the beauty of it being live, it being late, if you're in here watching, fantastic. But I know a lot of people watch this at their leisure. And I appreciate that. And I think Howard left a message on a previous show about the flag being the wrong way. Now, the camera is flipped around, so everything is backwards on the camera. But the flag, when it's in my home, it's facing the right way, the way it should be when it's vertical. So it's actually backwards now in the house, and it looks the right way on the screen because of the camera. So I'm just in here for a few moments. But what I really want to know is just your thoughts on the visible increase of unhoused people here in the HRM. What about in your community? I'm just looking for some honest feedback here. And I honestly don't need anyone to troll this show, but people do. I try not to respond because sometimes people just give me an opportunity to just really sharpen my wit, but I reserve that. So I'm just wondering, wherever you're watching this from here on the 24th day of June 2025, what is the unhoused situation like in your neck of the woods? I've talked to people in Truro, Miramichi, out west, through different parts of Nova Scotia. Again, it's a visible increase. I'm just going to tell you of some of the numbers that I saw just on a walkabout today. But before I get to that, just a reminder that not only am I doing this in the moment, I've been live streaming since March of 2017. It's somewhat evolved over time in the topics that I've talked about. But the other platform that I use is the Folked Up radio station based in Perth Andover, New Brunswick, 99.9 FM in Perth Andover. If you're on the Trans-Canada Highway cruising through that area, but you can always find it on folkedupradio.com, where for over a year I have been doing talk radio, truth from the booth, sporadically lately, but I have always said that when someone comes forward with their story that they want to share, then I'll provide that platform for them. I've asked many people, and when they get around to telling their story, I'll share it with you. That being said, I really should have had a glass of water when I started this, but Michelle Hiltz, we spoke last Saturday. That show is now up on my YouTube channel, along with many other shows in the moment. So if at any point, like I said, if you want to share what's going on in your world, specifically if you advocate for the unhoused, if you are unhoused, this is a great way for you to get your story out there. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, it's been a couple of weeks since I've been in front of the camera. I was out of town, out of province last weekend. I lost my grandfather, Sterling Grant, at the age of 98 plus. Just a remarkable life. I could do multiple shows just on my grandfather. So I'm just thinking about his kids and the grandkids and the great grandkids. Just I hope everyone is doing okay. Just a tremendous patriarch of the family. So yes, that happened, and But one of the other things that happened here just a few days ago, you may or may not know this, I do security work at the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia, and there are always different events, private events. They rent rooms and tours always coming through. So I think it was last Thursday or Friday night, there was this convention renting one of the rooms, and it was being sponsored by Podstarter, which is a company here in Halifax on Barrington, not too far from the art gallery. And they're on my radar. I've been doing some research. I knew where they were. So I was already doing some investigative research online about this Podstarter company. And then two of the representatives, two of the main people, are in the art gallery. So I introduced myself to them. And I'm hoping maybe sometime this week, sometime within the next week and a half, that I will be able to get together with the individuals from Podstarter, have a tour of the facility, because I would definitely, that's how I see taking what I'm doing here right now to just the next step, just a more professional setting, more people at the table so that we can like fine tune what I'm doing here, but just continuing to tell the stories of the unhoused, just sitting down one-on-one with one individual or a roundtable discussion. Like I said, things to be worked out at Podstarter. So really, really looking forward to that. So I don't know how much longer. I'm going to have some light here, so I'm going to speed things up. If you're watching this live, hello, how are you? If you're watching this at a later date, getting caught up, I appreciate that as well. This is Matthew. You are in the moment, late night, Tuesday night of the 24th day of June. My late mother-in-law's birthday today, losing June on this date in 2016. 2016, wow, incredible. Okay, my walkabout today. I go into the city. When I go into the city, because of where I live, I walk by, I'm going southbound, down Barrington, into the city every single day. Always walking under the bridge, always taking the path along the green space. And I can tell you, because I've seen it with my own eyes, and anyone who's driven down that area knows that there is an increase in tent structures at the bus stop. Like, you can't help but not see the tents there at the bus stop. They've been there for months. Now there's even more people. I've taken you to the spot where the city paid for a contractor to come in and put in brand new steps. Well, it turns out those steps come in really handy, because there's the most tent structures that I have ever seen in that particular green space along Barrington. So a really visible increase of people outside along the Barrington green space. And the one notable thing is, there's no porta potties there. Within the last month, they've removed the 2 garbage cans there, which I don't understand why you would remove garbage cans. Porta potties, I understand, because if people are going in there and whoever is misusing the porta potty, specifically needles in the shitter itself, they can't clean that. So they do pull those out of there. So I understand that. But again, I'm telling you right now, and I don't understand why. I didn't see any water dropped off there today, unless the water was dropped off closer to the bus stop and maybe closer to the stairs. I didn't see water. I walked through there like several times today. So very concerning that at the Barrington Street encampment, which is a designated encampment, it has been for quite a while, visible increase in people, no porta potties, and no garbage cans. Don't understand that. The other designated encampment that I was able to walk by today was the Cogswell Park encampment. A lot of people there. That number, again, a visible increase of Haligonians, Nova Scotians, wherever they're coming from. They are now gathering at the Cogswell Park encampment. Again, there's no porta potties there. There are garbage cans, but there's no porta potty at a second encampment. I don't understand. I don't know where they expect these people to go use the washroom in the middle of the night, because things are closed. So that's a bit of a head scratcher. there was quite a bit of water there today. They did drop off a significant amount of 2/4 of water. And I can also tell you, because I've spoken with Andrew, who was down at the Lower Flint Park, the number of people have increased down there. And that's probably one of the, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. That's one of the sketchiest. That's one of the sketchiest encampments that you're going to find here in the Halifax Regional Municipality. The Geary Street encampment, I believe that's now closed. I know there wasn't a lot of people there, but maybe the people that were remaining have now dispersed on the Halifax side of the harbor. And I can only imagine that, sorry, I should have brought some water. And I can only imagine that the number of people at the Green Road encampment is probably on the rise as well. And I know, and I was going to do some research on this, but I'm sure if I did a quick little search, the numbers of individuals that are at these encampments right now has already surpassed the allotted number that at one point the city put in place. So the Barrington Street encampment, I'm sure the city would love to just have 8 tents there. There's more than 8 tents right there at the bus stop. So there's more people out than there was last summer. And what was I doing last summer? I was pleading with politicians to not go on their barbecue tours for the summer and their photo ops, but actually be in the Legislative Assembly doing what they need to do to make sure that everyone that's out here right now in the summer, enjoying the sunshine, as you might like to think, they're already thinking about winter. Trust me, they're already thinking about winter. I want to end it on something positive, something fun. Arthur Boone, how are you? Sorry I didn't make it out. I would have loved to have been out into that neck of the woods. I was literally there for like a full day. In on the bus, funeral, back out on the bus. So one of the highlights, though, was definitely hanging out with my sister Jill. We hopped in some kayaks and put in the kayaks in behind the community college in the Medexna. So Google that if you so choose. Just a beautiful, beautiful Monday afternoon. Just a few nights ago here on the Saturday, something I've never seen before. It was a drone show. So instead of fireworks, they were drones, and there were different colors. One individual who was kind of in this vicinity where Jen and I were watching, we were down on Purdy's Wharf, so anyone that's been to Halifax, you want to know where we were. The drones took off from George's Island. So just visualize this. If you've been at the Halifax waterfront, you have approximately 300 drones taking off from George's Island. We're at the north end of the harbor, closer to the naval base, Purdy's Wharf. Perfect view of this show, and it's just these drones just make different designs. You've seen the videos, you know what I'm talking about. But I think one of the coolest things that they did was they made these drones into a design of a ship, and it looked like this ship was like navigating through really rough water. Very cool. If you ever get a chance to see a drone show, please do it. Okay, those are the notes I had. I need some water. It's late. I got an early morning tomorrow. I don't normally talk politics, except the politics of the unhoused, and I don't get into the big picture of things. But considering everything that is happening down south, we can definitely see, as far as the president, that the cheese has slid off the cracker. The cheese has slid off the cracker. And I'm just going to leave the grand old party, the GOP, I'm just going to leave you with 2 words: 25th Amendment. My name is Matthew, and you are currently caught up in the moment.